To Jersey Shore cast member Jennifer J-Wow Farley, who gave birth this weekend to a baby girl. With J-Wow's party girl reputation, it's reasonable to assume J-Wow's baby
crawled to freedom through 500 yards of smelling foulness I can't even imagine.
And that's the Hollywood Rockin' Wrap-Up. Follow us on Twitter at Rockin' Wrap-Up.
500 yards.
I'm sorry, but I just love a good Shawshank Redemption reference.
Yeah, dude, that was, I mean, you have to know the movie, because he's crawling through those sewer pipes.
Right.
You just get the image of this poor baby just crawling out of this thing. That's a horrible way to think about it. I hope that child never grows up and listens to your show.
Oh, my goodness gracious. I hope J-Wow never hears that. But you know what? I don't mind if she gets mad, because I can use the attention.
It's probably what Courtney Love's kid feels like.
Yeah, right.
Came out of there.
Just been taking a hot shower for 20 years now. Just, well, the shame won't wash away. I don't know. Anyway, you're listening to the Hadley Hour on Indy100.com, the Mix.fm, Planet Platypus, Excite Radio, their family of affiliates. Make sure you catch us Tuesday and Thursday nights on Indy at 9 p.m. Pacific time. In studio with me, Tony Francis of Sweet Eve. Again, thank you for coming by again, man. And how you having a good time so far?
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Sweet ass, I love it. So, let's talk business, man, because you got some big shit happening in your world, right? So lay it on us, lay it on the radio listening population.
All right, so we're part of the reason we're doing this is I really wanted to kind of you only said we can cuss. I really wanted to light a fire under my ass again.
Okay.
Because I hadn't played in a year and a half, 2 years, and there was 9 months in there where I didn't even touch my guitar.
Really?
And I was depressed. I was like, what, put that away, and I don't even want to look at it. I don't even want to listen to music. I don't want to see music. I don't want to think about music. Like, leave it alone. And you know what? I started jamming with this guy Russ, and we had all the same influences. And it got to the point where we kept talking about doing something. Let's talk about doing something. Let's talk about doing something. And it got to the point where it was like every time we thought about it, it's like, let's put it off, let's wait until things are right. And I said, you know what, that's not how this works. That's not how, when I got started, I didn't just wait until the conditions were right. I said, let's just book a whole friggin' tour and just go.
Yeah.
Right. And so he's like, you know what, yeah, let's do it. And so it just kind of fell together. Let's go and do this and make it happen. So we're going to be in LA on the 23rd at this place called Silly's. I mean, you can check it all out on
Silly's on Roscoe?
Yeah.
Ah, I know it. I drive past it all the time.
Yeah, we're doing a thing there for this online series, Television. They're going to be shooting a music video there with a girl who's going to be performing with us for one piece, and I don't know what else they're going to be doing in the background, but there's something else going on there. And then we're going to go to Fort Worth, where Russ is actually from. We're doing a show in Fort Worth, Texas on the 27th, and then we're doing a show in Austin on the 29th, and then we're doing a show in Louisville, Kentucky.
Louisville?
Yeah.
Louisville, Kentucky.
Then we're going to do D.C. on the 3rd, and then we're going to go up to my hometown of Providence and do that on the 7th.
You're from Providence?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a long way.
Yeah, no doubt, right? Are you? Is that anywhere near Pawtucket?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, I only know that because that's where all the G.I. Joes from Hasbro were made, was in Pawtucket, Rhode Island.
Yeah, I know a guy who makes them, actually.
Really?
Yeah, he's one of the guys who designs them.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty badass.
Well, it's Rhode Island, that's one of the things we have. Hasbro, CVS, and Dunkin' Donuts. I mean, that's...
Oh, you know what's crazy is there's no Dunkin' Donuts, like, west of the Rockies?
There will be.
Right, but their corporate headquarters is in Burbank. In here, like 4 miles away from this studio.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, they're getting ready.
Yeah, I'm sure. They're getting ready to roll out. Because right now it's all dry coffee.
Well, I've got the one, the Santa Monica is going to be, there's going to be opening one down in Santa Monica. I'm going to be camped out for like 2 weeks. I'm going to be the first person in there.
I'm telling you, folks, if you haven't had a chance, there's something about the Dunkin' Donuts coffee. Like, is it that they mix it for you, or is it that there's a flavor to it that just, I don't know. It just kicks the crap out of Starbucks.
I just grew up on it. It was something that you just always had. Maybe it was because our teachers always had it, and then we would go to school in the morning, and even when we'd be working, we didn't go, oh, I'm out of coffee, throw it out. It's like, oh, I'm low. All right, I'm going to Dunkin'. Who needs some coffee? And you tell everybody at work, and everybody's like, oh, I need one. You drink coffee all day, and then you drink whiskey at night to put yourself to sleep after you've been drinking coffee all day.
All right, so Rhode Island question. I watch a lot of Family Guy. Is there a city called Quahog?
No, Quahog is a small clam. You can actually buy them.
Really?
Yeah, they're called New England stuffed clams. And what
that sounds like a Rocky Mountain oyster.
No, it's like a little bar dish, and it's basically it's an ashtray with stuffing in it, And And it's made out of clam. You put some Tabasco. It's lovely. Everybody that I've ever showed them to is like, wow, this is great. And it's like, yeah, that's what quahog is.
Wow.
So,
who knew? All right. Well, I guess you knew.
No.
And a majority of the residents of Rhode Island probably know that.
There's a lot of things that we look at and we're like, yeah, all right, we get it.
Yeah, no. I hear you. And you know what the thing is, I mean, you're such an incredibly down-to-earth person and not having short guy complex from coming from the smallest state in the union. You know, if I may say.
I'm not down on it. You know, it's my home. There are some things there that I like. There's some things there that I dislike. You know, I love it out here. I'm not going to leave.
Yeah, right.
It's the weather's just too nice. I don't have to dig out my driveway at 6 in the morning anymore.
Oh man, I can't even imagine what that's like. The coldest I've ever been in is like 15 degrees.
It's bone cold.
Really?
It's so cold that the cruelest thing that anybody can do to somebody else is to just rip off the covers in the middle of the winter with no heat and just be like, wake up. Psh.
Wow.
It's like run to the shower, get in the warm shower, and then you get out of the shower and you just wrap yourself in as many towels as possible, which my parents used to give me shit about. They'd be like, what are you doing? Why are you using like 2 towels? I'm like, I need some for my bottom and I need some for my top because it's too cold. I can't stand it. Turn on the heat.
Jesus.
You know?
I don't know. I grew up in California, born and raised in LA, so like I can't even fathom what you speak of to be in that level of cold, man. But so in any case, you're going to be ending this tour in Rhode Island, or are you moving on from there?
We're going to end it in Rhode Island, come back to California.
Okay.
You know, the way back will probably be more relaxing, but you never know. I mean, the last time I toured, well, not the last time, on my first tour on my way out, when we came out to California, went back to Rhode Island, we did it in 49 hours. We were here, we left California, and we were back in Rhode Island 49 hours later.
Jeez.
And that's because we just drove straight through nonstop. I mean,
wow.
The golden rule was, if you start nodding out behind the wheel, wait a half an hour, and then wake the guy up next to you so that he could get enough sleep so that he could come over.
Right.
And it was so bad that we were like nodding off behind the wheel and hit the rumble strip and wake up, you know? And at that point, like you'd go and sit in the passenger seat, and you'd start to nod off, and you'd fall asleep, and then you'd wake up and reach forward for the wheel, and there'd be no wheel there. And you're like, oh thank God, I'm not driving anymore. And it was painful. And I got to tell you, those 5-hour energies, those don't work at all.
No, they don't. I mean, you should call them like hour and a half. Yeah, half hour and a half.
Then you crash immediately after. It's
right.
Like, really? Because I popped that thing, I felt like for like 5 minutes, and then it just started slowly wearing off, and by a half hour I was more tired than when I had taken the thing.
Well, you know, they say, and since you're going on tour, you should know this little tip, that they say that you should eat gum, or that's why people snack in the car when they're driving.
Smoke,
exactly,
because when that thing falls in your lap, you know it.